Oh man, half a day is gone again, and I forgot to film once more. So I'm working in the house here, getting a few things. Actually, this morning I spent some time. It was lovely. I was thinking I did the dishes with my wife, cleaned up, and I was like, I haven't done that in so long. I asked her, when's the last time you and I did dishes together and stuff? So anyway, it's been an awfully long time. So it's nice to spend some time together. It is winter time. We are a little bit more lax in the winter. Okay, over here I've got the bathroom and the laundry room. I still didn't get this door done. Hopefully do that today. We're wanting to do the plumbing. Anneesa would really like her washer and dryer up here. It's a little bit simpler. So the water lines are already here. I'm doing the sewer line right now. I stuck this stub here, and I'm going to do the bathroom one at the same time. I got this stub here to hook that up. And again, the water lines are here as well. So in the basement, I will make those connections and hook that up. And that's my mission right now, as well as getting this trim work done and getting this door on. And then probably later today, I will get the washer and dryer. I do have to take some time this afternoon. I'm actually going to do an interview. Well, by the time you see this, it's probably up already, but I'm going to do a little chat with Joe Rose, the expat American. More political related. Tend to stay away from that usually, but a lot of things have changed lately, and so some interesting discussions there possibly. So if you haven't seen that, check out our other channel, Countryside Corner, where we do tend to discuss more podcast style stuff as well as interview stuff and question and answers. Questions from you guys, sometimes great questions that Anneesa and I like to answer there, or the kids answer, or interviews with other expats, other foreigners, Westerners who have moved here, asking them why. And what they're up to, what possibilities there are. So if you haven't done that, check that out and subscribe there as well. So what's going on? The shop is ready for trusses. Wes has been the foreman on this job. He is well trained. He's been working side by side with me all of his life, basically. And he has built many a barn, many a building with me. So obviously still oversight that I'm doing here, but for the most part, it's been Wes and the Frost guys. Friedland Frost, the father, and Quentin and Soffit have been helping there. And then I come out whenever they get stumped, basically. But give them some directions in the morning, and they've been able to put this together. For them, this is the very first time that they have ever done this. Wes has done it many, many times. But for the Frost family, it's been the first time. A lot of people ask, what are they up to here? They don't hear anything from them, and that is because they prefer to stay private. They mentioned that. We did do an interview with them. That is also on the Countryside Corner channel. And if you haven't seen that yet, you can check that out. And in there, Friedland clearly says that they are very private people and don't want all this attention either. So they prefer to be left alone, but they are helping us out. They have nothing else to do right now, and it's just a new country, new land. They got lots of spare time, and so they come over here. We happen to get along very, very well, and so we're very grateful for their help. They come out here and they help us quite a bit whenever we need an extra sets of arms, extra sets of muscles, I guess. Many people wonder, did we know them before them coming here? No, literally the first time we met them was at the airport in Moscow. We had been talking back and forth via email, because they had many questions on how they could move to Russia, how that process worked, and what their options were. And we have done our best to guide them and help them. Ultimately, they made it here, but we did not know who they were. We had never seen them, and when they came off the plane, I didn't even know what they looked like. So, and it just happened out that God brought us people who are very similar to us, and we get along very well. Children just coming in. That's what all the noise was. How was school?
Good.
Learned lots?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys are having school out in the schoolhouse now lately instead of in the house. Kind of gives a little bit more quiet atmosphere for learning, doesn't it? That's your new song?
Goodbye, goodbye, and we are going home. Goodbye, goodbye, and we are going home.
Lovely song. That's what you're saying at the end of the day?
Yeah, that.
Go grab something to eat. Snack. Lunchtime, I think. Anyway, they're pretty excited about the schooling. So that's going very well. And we're running that in there now. That gives a little bit more spare time here. And Anneesa can get more focused on editing, and I can get some more work done in here as well. So anyway, the shop is now completely ready for trusses. They're finishing up just a couple of braces yet, so we'll get started on building those soon. The last half on this side here, we're going to start with those trusses first. Try to get that closed in so we can get ready for some cattle. They started this morning. I got them started on some soffits. See if I can get over there without wiping out. So they're putting soffits on here now. Got Quentin and Sophia working on this. Got that side of the house done. So a lot of people have asked why we don't have siding on yet. Well, the siding's here. It's not like we couldn't get it down. We just haven't got around to it yet. So we're going to get all these soffits done all the way around. Everything. This needed to be on before I could do it. I need to get the deck boards on here. This porch here needs to be built yet and get on here. And then the siding can happen after that. And this is completely weatherproof. This is not going to fall off. It's stuck here. It's weatherproof. You can throw water at this. It'll all run away. Even if some came through, and it won't, but if it did, there's insulation behind here. And it's put on in such a way that the water will not go in the house. So it is good and secure. Everything is normal. We're also going to get this tie bar finished off on the wall. These two pieces of insulation actually blew off. And so we'll stick that all back on, get it all closed up. But they'll take care of that. And I'm going to get back to plumbing. But I thought I'd better fill you in a little bit on what's going on. All right, got you. Now I got you on camera yet, too.
You got a knife on you?
I do.
Thanks.
No problem. Very good. Very good, very good. What else could I tell you? I think that's it. I got the flooring done there the other day. I think you guys seen that. So this is what I'm working on right now. We're going to pick a countertop yet. Either we're going to make one out of wood, or maybe we'll do another concrete one. I'm not sure. And then the same thing here. Once I get the washer and dryer in, we'll figure out what kind of cupboards we can put in here, and also what kind of a countertop. She obviously would like something that she could fold clothes on here as well. And we'll kind of see how that works out. Those of you who don't understand YouTubing at all, it takes an enormous amount of editing, which is done right here by the editor-in-chief, Anneesa. What are you working on? Today's video will be up soon. So that takes a lot of time. I don't think people realize that. I think they just say, you walk around with a camera, shoot a video, throw it out. It doesn't quite work that way. A lot of what I say or do, or other people say or do, it gets to get edited. You need the music in the right places, and the lighting has to be just right. Sometimes we make a video, and it's like horrible, and so we don't use it at all. It just gets thrown away. Yeah, things like that happen. So people don't realize that, but it takes a lot of time. It's like a job. It is a job. Anyway, it is a job. It's a lot of work. Okay, I'm going to get back to doing this and get this hooked up. Downstairs here looks like. This is our, I'm not sure if that was filming or not. We'll start over. I'll show you what downstairs looks like. And this is kind of our catch-all right now, our pantry. It's pretty small, but eventually this will be all shelves full of food, like we had in our last home. So this is where the sewer line runs out here, and it comes from all the different various places. Kitchen sink, the other bathroom, upstairs bathrooms. This is the toilet here and the tub. Right now we're going to be hooking up the bathroom sink, which is going to be right here, and the laundry sink, which is over there. So I'm going to run that along the wall here, along here. Plumbing is very simple. If you haven't done plumbing, there's often a joke between the plumbers and the electricians. The plumbers think the electrician's job's simple, and the electrician thinks the plumber's job's simple, and it's kind of a funny thing. But, we always say, in order to be a plumber, you got to know two things. One, stuff flows downhill. Two, paydays on Friday. That's about as simple as plumbing is. Obviously, there's some ins and outs to it as well. And I've heard, I can't remember what the other one is, but I've heard a plumber tell me the one that he was cracking up about an electrician, and I don't remember what it is now. But basically, that's the long and short of it. Make sure your pipes have enough slope so that stuff can go out. Yes, water will flow out, but if you have some crud in mixed with the water and you have too flat of a line, over time it'll settle in the bottom of the pipe, and it could end up causing a clog. So make sure you got enough flow. It doesn't have to have a lot, but it has to flow. So here, obviously, there's no issues because we have tons of headroom. in both spots. I'll have to drill a hole through this pipe yet, or through this wood, and run that guy in, and find my elbows. I had to buy a little bit more pipe. I didn't have quite enough. I got lots of that left yet. We kind of bought it in bulk. And somewhere around here, I have a bag of fittings, but I don't know where it went. So I will find it. All right, I'll show you what I did there, down here. So it's come down through here now, from the laundry room, ran across. Got these nice clips. It's a very nice plumbing system, actually. Initially, I wasn't so sure, but it's really grown on me. There's no glue, no mess, and you just shove the pieces together. Each unit has its own rubber ring in it. Most of them I can stick on without any kind of silicone, but there is a silicone you can put on there just to help it slip together. And this particular one, I bought these at Castorama. They're a hair tighter, a little bit harder to work with. But anyway, got them in there. Then it's a matter of providing some slope. Put a T in here from the bathroom, coming across, bathroom sink, and then running its way into there. Quite a few stacks of lumber in there, but anyway. Down here, I'm not planning on doing ceiling per se, and at least not right away. And so I don't really care what's hanging down below, but we are kind of trying to tuck it along the sides so that if we want to finish this at some point, we could. So that's done. Now we're going upstairs. All right, so this is the laundry room. This is where it's coming up now. And we're going to get everything ready to go here for the washer and the dryer. And this will be a sink in this corner here. And we also want a vent. So I bought some what we call cheater vents. Rather than venting this up through the attic, you put a cheater vent on here. It's basically a one-way valve. Now they do have a life expectancy. They don't last forever. It's got little rubber seals in there and they need to be monitored. At some point they may fail and you'll start to smell the odor. Right now there's nothing, so I can smell the odor coming from the septic tank. Definitely want to get this closed and covered. You don't want to leave that open. But it's just temporary for us right now. And in the bathroom here, same thing. I've got lights on. Ooh, look at that. And we've got this one ready to go here. Here, if you're not familiar with these pipes, you can see the rubber O-ring right in there. It's a very tight seal. And yeah, so far no leaks. I had never seen the product before in my life. So when we first looked at it, I was like, this looks like it's not going to work that well. I like gluing things, something I was familiar with. But now, I mean, it's been in the house for quite a while now. Zero leaks, zero problems. Very fast to put together. No mess, just slip them on and go. The plumbing parts are also all manufactured to fit in that. So like this piece here, this is a larger one for the next size up pipe. And they come like this, so you can cut this one off and use that one. And this one, where my thumb's on now, fits right in this hole. So it's very slick, very quick. I have no idea where the idea comes from. A lot of the parts, there's two options here for sure that I can buy. The orange ones I'm told are German, and I think these are made in Russia. But the original technology, I have no idea. It's pretty cool. We did have some problems with these ball valves. I had bought a bunch on Ozone, and they were cheap, garbage quality. So not everything on Ozone is good. I'm going to be careful there. I've since replaced, of the 15 that I bought, I think 6 of them leaked, and I got rid of them. So that's pretty bad. That's almost 50%. And I've replaced them. Now these ones here I think were locally, and some of the other ones I picked up at what's it called now? Having a brain fart, we call that. OBI. I picked the other ones at OBI in town. Where they get them from, I have no idea, but I've never had a problem with those. It's just these 15 that I picked up on Ozone were poor quality. They were leaking out of here. One of them had a crack in it right away. If I had them in front of me right now, I could show you the inferior quality. It was so much thinner material. Just terrible quality. These are two different ones here actually as well. Anyway, it's all good. So we're gonna get this all hooked up in the laundry room. I think I'll use this one for the laundry room and try to hook the wash machine up to this port. I know that's not what it's meant for, but I think it will work. And then I have this other one for the bathroom sink. I don't have a countertop yet though, so I can't actually install that, but I do want to get this capped because of the terrible odor coming out of the pipe. The washer and dryer are both up here. Gonna get them hooked up. The dryer, this is really interesting. I've never seen one. Mind you, I'm not a huge fan of this energy conservation stuff. It doesn't work as good in our opinion as the old school. You know, yeah, use more water or whatever, but things got cleaner. These seem to be a little bit more, I don't know. It's supposed to be energy conserving, yeah. But anyway, wash machine's not terrible. The dryer is interesting. It also works, but what it does is sucks the water out and puts it in this jug. You do have the option, I believe, pardon the mess, it's kind of dirty, I'm going to clean it up right now, get dust on stuff. But I'm pretty sure you have the option of hooking it up to the drain as well, and then you don't have to empty the jug, but it's kind of neat. And there's no hole. So dryer in North America, I've never seen one of these. They may exist there too, no idea. But we usually have like a 5 or 6 inch pipe coming out of here that goes outside and blows all this air out. And it uses an incredible amount of hot air, a lot of energy. They're very inefficient power-wise, but it gets very hot inside, dries your clothes in no time, and all that hot, moist air blows outside after it's done through. Super efficient as far as drying your clothes. It goes quick. Not very efficient as far as energy consumption. So anyway, this one takes a lot longer. It's just a slower process. The filters as well, there's one filter here for lint, and there's another one down below. And that one I want to clean up. We've had this one for quite a while now. And if I open this up, all in all, the technology's neat. Like, I'm not complaining. It's pretty cool. It's just slow. And so when you have a large family, a lot of people don't have dryers here. But when you have a large family, it's not really practical to have a bunch of clothes racks for 10 people. I mean, especially with kids, you get clothes pretty dirty pretty quick, and especially even more so on a farm. So a dryer is in our opinion a must in order to run a large family. And then you want something that's quick, otherwise you're waiting forever, right? Now, if you only have 2 people in the house, probably you don't need a dryer. You don't have that many clothes to get dirty. It's the kids that make a mess. You make a mess, don't you? And you?
No.
No, you never make a mess?
No.
Just Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, just Maddie makes a mess. Anyway, in here, if you open this up, this is another one. Catches a lot of lint and stuff. But there is the red, which I believe is used for the condensing part, but you can see how dirty it is. So my plan is to clean that out today and vacuum it all up and get it looking new, because it will run a lot more efficient when that part is done. I don't know if it's just, like it has a rubber seal on here, so I don't know if it was maybe installed wrong or if this is something that's normal. I've never had one of these, obviously. But, yeah, all in all, it's a neat machine. Yes?
There's a little hole in this.
Yeah, you can see through there, right? Now, I know even the top load washing machines that Anneesa really likes with the ringer in it, the old school ones, they're pretty hard to find now in Canada as well. Most things are going to these energy efficient water conserving units. It takes longer to wash your clothes. It's not as handy, and some things we don't find get as clean as they used to. But it's the same thing there. That's the future, I guess. Everybody's trying to conserve. Did you open it? Are you helping Papa? Well, I don't want it back in there. I gotta clean it out first. Big helpers. You gonna figure it out? It's like a kid's puzzle game, eh? You gotta turn it around. It doesn't fit. You gotta turn it around. It's upside down. Yep, there you go. Now put it in. There. Yep, put it in there. You're a goofball. Yeah.
What is this one for?
Oh, that's neat too. I just cleaned that up. So actually, my knife. I'll show you guys this too. My knife here. Good old Mastercraft. If you're Canadian, you know where this comes from. The clip that holds this onto my pants is held on with 2 screws. And one day I put my pants in the wash, and I guess my knife was still in my pants, and it came back out with 1 screw missing. And I thought, like, that is a very, very small screw. But the chance of me ever finding that back is gone. So I've been running my knife with just 1 screw, and it's not very handy, but it works. And I can't find one exactly like this here. This is just a very nice thin one, so I like it. But I took this filter apart here to clean it today. There's a filter unit in there. Oh, opens up. You unscrew that middle portion, and it collects stuff. So there was 3 screws in there, drywall screws, 1 piece of coin, like money, and this little tiny screw for this guy was in the filter. So, oh, and a piece of tape. And so I cleaned that all out, and now I have my knife back together. The way to clean these fins is with a fork. It's not necessarily the best way because it doesn't always line up, but you can kind of get in there. Careful, Manny, careful. You can kind of scoop some of this off. The problem is it's all wet, so it doesn't even vacuum up very good, but I'm going to try to scrape most of it and vacuum it, and we'll get it as clean as we can. Now, we can see, I get it a lot cleaner. There's still lots in there, but at least you can see through all the fins now. So what I'm going to do now is leave it for a moment. Just a minute, sweetie. I'm going to leave it for a minute and let it dry up a bit better, because it is still, you can see moisture there. It's considerably wet, so I'm going to leave it open and let it dry out. Maybe I'll even put a fan in front of it. And then I will try sucking it again when it's dry. A lot of that stuff will likely suck off a bit. I end up taking my knife and going between each fin, straightening some of the fins as well, and getting some of that yuckiness out of there. So definitely will work better this way. Alright, washer and dryer are working good. Now it's time for loads of laundry. Still obviously got to get them lined up here, and I got to get the all the other stuff hooked up. But at least it's working. I did not get the trim done, but such is life. If you guys all enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe as always. And don't forget to check out our other channels as well. You can find us on Telegram, you can find us on Boosty, you can find us on Countryside Corner, our other YouTube channel. Lots of great content everywhere. God bless you.
Where are you now? Years have passed and restless legs have settled. We're finally home. Down is up. We've been at the top. We're finally home. Let me lend you a hand. Let me in on the plan. Together we're stronger. Don't wait any longer now. Years have